as the title suggests, I'm here to talk about Hobby Lobby clearance and some Hobby Lobby yarn. If that sounds like anything that you might want to be interested in, hang around with me. Come on. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here today. I am salty. I'm kidding. I am a little perturbed, but we'll get into that. If you are new here, don't be scared off, darling. You never know what you're going to get with me. I'm kind of like Forrest Gump's mama's box of chocolate. But if you are returning, thank you. You know what you're getting in for. Usually, for those of you who are new, I do yarn hauls, fabric hauls, I knit, I crochet, I sew, I garden, I do all kind of fun stuff. Sometimes I do DIY projects, sometimes I do homesteading projects, preserving food and whatnot. So, it's a very eclectic channel. So, let's talk about Hobby Lobby first, and then I will get into what I made with some Hobby Lobby yarn. Now, I am missing one color. So let me see. I'm going to put this in here. Let's see. Scrubology cotton. So, what I want to talk to y'all about is when the internet exploded over Hobby Lobby's clearance yarns, were you one that went out to go look? Then, were you able to find it? Were you able to find... And I do want to know. So if you can leave a comment and tell me if you found it, if you didn't, let's have a discussion on this, because there has been many times to where I struck out. I have struck out more than I have succeeded on Hobby Lobby clearance yarn. And the last time I really succeeded was back in, I want to say, 2018, 2019. The biggest score that I did on Hobby Lobby clearance was when they stopped carrying like Lily Sugar and Cream and, these other brands. I really stocked up. Pardon me. If you haven't, grab you a drink. I want to say it was about then. Now I'm trying to find the name of this while we're talking. And watch me not be able to find it. There it is. Okay, so anyway, I wasn't able to find this year. I did find, me and my daughter-in-law, we took the whole entire day. We went to 4 different Hobby Lobbies, and sad to say, we struck out. And we knew that the pieces had been marked down, because usually there was one yarn left. It was that hooped yarn that you can knit with your fingers. I don't know the name. It wasn't interesting enough for me to remember it. And though she and I had fun, and I ended up grabbing a couple things, at one, I think it was West Columbia. No, it wasn't West Columbia. It might have been North Columbia. One place I grabbed, actually the same place, I grabbed a little knockoff pair of Crocs for $5 or $4.50 on their clearance. Because after we went to the yarn aisle, we went back to the regular clearance and seeing if there was, let me tell you, that one was the best one. We went to the regular clearance spot after looking through the yarn and whatnot, and that was the best one. And I used this bag as my thumbnail because I had no joy finding any yarn except for that one particular loop yarn. I did find the knockoff Crocs, and then I found a lap desk, you know, with the beanbag type bottom and the flat top. The niece that just graduated at the end of May, she loves sharks. And this, I think it was like $5.25 or $5.29. I bought it for her because it has a shark right there on the top. Yes, I know she's 18. She's going off to college. But I thought, this girl really does love sharks. But it would be a gag gift for her dorm, you know, like when she's sitting there on her bed and she doesn't want to sit at her desk, you know, she can do whatever she needs to. I meant to give it to her when we got together for my husband's birthday. But of course, I would have forgot it here at home, right? But that was the only joy I had at Hobby Lobby clearance. The Hobby Lobby yarn clearance was a disaster, and that's happened almost every year. Sometimes I am like, okay, well, I'm a couple days late. We were on the ball on this, okay? And usually Hobby Lobbies never do the same. They don't put their clearance yarn, they don't mark their clearance down at around the same time. I didn't think so, or they used to not, but I think they're correlating or they're coordinating or something, because I got whiff of it and we went and everybody was wiped out. So y'all all know I used to work at Joann. I also know that employees see what's getting marked down before it's marked down. Also know company policy. I know it was what it was at Joann, and I'm pretty sure it's probably very similar to Hobby Lobby. But I also know that there's ways around that. So I'm wondering, am I competing with other customers and not other employee customers? Does that make sense? I've talked to a couple employees over the years at Hobby Lobby, and I'm not saying that they said that they do it. They heard that some had done it. Not are doing it. But it was very frowned upon. I said, okay, you know, that's cool. I was irritated because I spent the time and effort to go look for the clearance. But just like when you go thrifting or something like that, you never are guaranteed a good find. And that's kind of what this was. But then I see all of these people who are podcasting with enormous bagfuls and buggyfuls and multiple buggyfuls. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm a little salty at that. And I'm not scared to admit it. I was that person once upon a time. So I understand it. But I had all of the yarn that I bought, I used. Okay? It wasn't like I was doing it just to put in my stash. I had reasons for everything that I bought, and I did those things. Now, I will say one thing. The saltiness level or the irritation level is lowered because I also know that those bins that they put yarn in only holds like 5 or 6 balls of yarn. I mean, you take, well, now like the Scrubology, you can fit a lot more than that. But usually, if you get a worsted weight yarn, that's about 7 ounces. You could probably fit about 5 skeins in each slot. So it's not like they were going overboard with one color. And usually you'll need at least that 3 to 5 for a project. Unless you're mixing colors, and then, you know, you can kind of share the wealth on that. But y'all, I'm not kidding. I'm thinking, you know, are people really using all that? Now, I would have been happy. I don't really know that I love this yarn like everybody else does. Now, there's some Yarn Bee yarns that I do like. There's one that's very similar to Big Twist Living that I like, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I haven't seen it in forever because I bought it one time, and there was a baby one called, I think, Sweet Delight. I loved that one. But, and we all know, you know, those, Hobby Lobby doesn't do coupons anymore. And the every other week thing is their yarn sale, which is 30%. Not horrible, but not the best. And, you know, they don't do coupons. Man, COVID killed that. But anyway, I would love to know, were you able to score? And if you were one of the people that cleared out the little bins, I'm not attacking those people. So I'm not attacking you, or I'm not attacking anybody that did it. I'm just saying I'm a little aggravated because there was literally nothing there. You know, because I have in the past, when I've been kind of inspired by an idea, but not hard and fast rules of what color and what yarn that I want to use, I have went, and if I see, now I'm not talking clearance, because like I said, I've not had clearance joy in quite a few years in yarn at Hobby Lobby, but I would mix and match sometimes, especially with the Yarn Bee that I'm trying to think of that I can't think of. It's an acrylic Yarn Bee. It's similar to Big Twist Living. If y'all know which one I'm talking about, leave me a comment down below and just refresh my memory, please. I'm wanting, was it Secret Soft or Soft Secret or... my brain is not working today, y'all. I'm sorry. Ew. It started out pretty and sunny today, and now it's turning cloudy. Anyway, that's my rant. I think it was maybe about maybe a 10-minute rant on Hobby Lobby non-clearance yarn. Okay, so Hobby Lobby clearance yarn 2026 was another bust for me. Oh, this stuff is so good, y'all. Okay, so my Hobby Lobby haul that I showed y'all not long ago is the Yarn Bee Scrubology cotton, and then I bought the hand painted merino wool. And I do agree with y'all. I think the burgundy next to my face will be a beautiful shirt. And that will be coming. Oh, I got too many things. Anyway. So, the very first one I showed y'all, I think, was the one that the first one that my daughter-in-law wanted. And that was See You at Sunset. Okay. It is a beautiful blend of coral, aqua, white, you know, or teal, or whatever y'all want to call it. I don't know. So, forgive these first three. I hijacked them from my daughter-in-law. Carbonation, y'all. Carbonation. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how the colors actually started transitioning. Because remember, I think I said that with the way she was worried, she wanted to see how they would work up. Well, this is how it started, okay? It started right there. I started this right here. Now, these 3 scrubbies, and we use them as dish scrubbies, they are a testament to my daughter-in-law starting to knit again. We tried this a couple years ago, and it was so confusing for her. She lost interest in it really, really quick. But then my grandson was a lot smaller too, so she finished this one off and then did the next 2. So, and she was learning the bind off, and she has learned that you have to, do your bind off a little bit a little bit softer than that. But you see the color transitions, right? And it started, and she sized this to her hand. And I think I'm going to start making mine about that wide. But she bound off, and then she started this one. All right, well, this one was a little holy, so we ended up, and yes, I was letting her use some of my needles, but by the end of this one, or it might have been the beginning of the next one, she ordered her some Chiaogus off of Amazon. But you can see the gauge difference, because it was the same exact cast on number. But you see the color transitions, right? And here's the other one. But you notice that she got really, really a lot better on her bind off. And then it went back into the lighter color. Now, I think she still has more, so it'll probably start to transition back this way. But I told her, I was like, have you done anything with those that you made? And she's like, no, ma'am. I said, well, good. Hand them to me, because I want to show see you at sunset, how the color transitions do, because I told y'all I would, right? So I'm going to show you one more time. This is See You at Sunset. That's the color. And these are 22 stitches cast on. Actually, I think it might be 24 stitches at this point. And we've been going, or she's on these, she went about 4.5 inches wide. Because that's like the perfect palm size, to scrub your dishes. And she just handed them to me. She hadn't had time to weave in her ends or anything. So, the other color that I bought for her was the Aria. Alright? And that was this one right here. Sorry I don't have See You at Sunset. If there is any more to that ball, she has it down at her house. But this one right here is Aria. Okay? And this is the colors for Aria. And I like the way Aria's colors transition. Now, this one is mine. I made the rest of these now. This one I'm keeping for me. And this is hers. So actually, let me see. I think it started, yes. I don't remember. Anyway, it did a full color rotation. But I'm thinking that this was my start, because I was thinking I didn't like that color, and this was my ending color. And then it went into that. And then it recycled itself all over again, I think. Y'all, I can't be 100% sure. I don't remember. I've done a lot of these scrubbies, so you will understand why. But at least you can see the Aria transition, right? And I am excited to try these. I do have, I think it's Scrubology that I have in my kitchen now. Or it could be the Red Heart Scrubbies. but the old stuff. This is the first time I'm using the new scrubby yarns. Okay. And I forgot my other one. Good grief almighty. Oh well. I'm sorry. Alright, now this one right here is the Rainbow Bridge. And I don't have very much left of it. And I wasn't very super crazy about this. As far, oh, good gosh, you wouldn't know it by the fact that I have 4 of these puppies. But I made 4 of them. Oops. My hair is in them. This one right here is mine. And then I just made the others. I'll put mine over here at the end. Because I have smaller hands. I mean, I have big hands for a lady, but it's smaller than hers. So, you see, it's very stripy. And between the Rainbow Bridge and the Aria, she won't have to worry about staining. She was very worried about staining for See You at Sunset because, you know, it's very light tones. Then I got Alfresco, and y'all were saying that it was reading green on your screens. Okay. And that's this one right here. All right. I started with this one right here. And then it went to this. And then it went to this. I don't know where this come from. It was just like a big old splotch right there. And it just, I couldn't figure out why it was doing like that. But there's another 3. And I have enough of the Alfresco that I could probably do maybe 2 to 3 more. So I'm thinking about 5 to 6 of these size scrubbies. Now I have started, I think I started it with Aria. I think I did 24 or 26. I think I did 26. I cast on 26. And mine is, I believe, and it's stuck in the Alfresco. It's stuck in the Alfresco. It's on my kitchen table. Because I was about to can up some beef stock that I cooked yesterday. And I was about to go can it up. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get this video made first. Then I can go can it up. So I bet you it's sitting right there on my kitchen table where I had walked through and thought, oh, before I do my video, I'll start the canner. And then I realized, no, I don't have time for that because I have to get the canning done before I have to cook dinner. And it's a thing. It's a thing. So, if you are wanting to, now with the Scrubology cotton, you can crochet or knit with it. I prefer to knit with this and take it from someone who did not like to knit and took off with it. My daughter-in-law loved making these knitting. She crochets, but she preferred knitting with this because of the same reason I do. You don't have to watch your stitches. You literally stick it in there and you don't have to hunt to where, you know, you're looping back through and losing your stitches because you can't see them that well. So these are definitely a good knit thing, and they're small so you can take them with you. I'm not gonna lie, I have been spending the last few days doing nothing but knitting scrubbies. Now that I have shown y'all the color transitions of all of these, I'm not going to be knitting anymore for the moment. I mean, yes, I have probably 2 more in this one. I have 3 to 4 left in this one because this one's still, and because I only did 2 in this one. They're going to be put to the side, and I will make more later. If y'all are interested in these, let me know. I will figure out a price and pop them on my website, or tell me what you would like to pay for them, and if we can agree on it, I will send you an invoice, because I'm going to have plenty. I'm going to have way more than me and my daughter-in-law can use. Alright, this shirt is cotton, but it's hot. It is currently 96 degrees out there. That's probably why that storm's about to roll in. Hopefully it'll knock it down. I was supposed to mow this morning, and I have not even mowed my grass. I am about 3 days past due to mow my grass, but yeah. That wound on my leg knocked me out of commission a lot longer than I thought it was going to. It is better. I'm able to get up and I'm able to walk around on it now. So hopefully my life will return a little bit back to normal. Like last Friday, and I'm sorry that I did not get that video up for y'all. Life happened, and you know, I'm sorry. But I wasn't going to shirk my grandson's Fun Fridays. So I was not walking at all Wednesday and Thursday. Just up to the bathroom and back to my recliner. And let me tell you, just if you haven't guessed, that's all the yarn content. So, you know, if you don't want to stay for the chit chat, I appreciate the time you've hung out with me. And just click subscribe and you'll be able to pick and choose which videos you see. But anyway, I just did mandatory walking, bare minimum, Wednesday and Thursday, so that I would be able to, you know, enjoy Fun Friday with my grandson. Well, we've all been tossing around this cold for a couple weeks. It hit him. And actually, it's been more than a couple weeks. It's actually been almost a month. Because my son had it, he got better, and then he got it again when we got back from the mountains. Oh, the mountains. Okay, so I am still working on the videos, the 2 videos that I have from the mountains. One is the trip, and then one is a yarn store. So I'm still working on that, and that will be coming soon. I had to have my son step in and help me a little bit on the editing because I felt like it was too all over the place. So it won't be a very long video. Neither one of them will. They'll be on the shorter side, but maybe I'll throw them in there, you know, like on a Tuesday or Thursday as a bonus video or something. I don't know. But they're coming. But anyway, we've been tossing back and forth this little minor cold, and unfortunately Friday, well, unfortunately, but fortunately, does that make sense? I'm not glad that my grandson was feeling bad, but we didn't want to take him to the usual places that we take him if he was sick. So we didn't do the library, we didn't do the park. We actually took him for ice cream, and then had to go to Walmart, of course. Of course, you know, we had to go to Walmart. We had to have dog food and toilet paper, you know, just things that just you needed to get. And then there was something else we needed to get. We stopped somewhere else, and my brain's just lagging on me. And I stayed in the car because my leg was killing me by this point. And we had not went very many places. We had went to the ice cream parlor, which we sat outside, you know, because of my grandson being sick. But I can't remember. I don't remember. We did go to Dollar Tree because I had to get a different watering can. Because my watering can is just standard can you can get at Walmart. And it has that big round head on it that has all the holes. Well, the green stalk thingies my faux green stalk. I keep telling everybody that's what I want. I want a green stalk planter. But that's a couple $100. So it's like, ow. So what I'm using right now for my bush beans, my bush green beans, is 2 or 3 years ago, me and my daughter-in-law bought these little 3 bucket or 3 potter pieces. It looks like a fidget toy. It's a 3 and it's got a center, and then you stack them, staggering the planter pieces. Well, a green stalk, a standard green stalk is, you know, it's pretty big, okay? This is like that big. You know, it might be 18 inches in diameter, each little tier. And I have that on my front porch right now that I'm doing some bush beans in, because I had absolutely no room in my greenhouse. My zucchinis, my tomato plants, my pole beans, all of that has taken over my greenhouse. So I was wanting to try these in this little this faux green stalk thing. Well, the smaller areas, I can't get that big nozzle in, so I wanted one that had the little bitty spout, you know. And Dollar Tree had one, but unfortunately it's not an enclosed one, you know. Like, I would have loved it if it looked like my Walmart one, but instead of having the big head, it just had the little spout. But this one, it's opened, so it tends to go water tends to go everywhere. But it's sufficient, you know, and it's small. It's probably about yay high. About that big. Yeah, it's fine for because I have a stack of 4 and a stack of 3. So one stack is like this high, and then one stack is like this high. So they're not very big. But, you know, I could fit a bush bean in each one, and we're going to see how well that works. And y'all, let me tell you, the cherry tomatoes I've been harvesting, oh, nom, 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 nom. I just reach in and grab one, because I had them just sitting on the center of my table. Well, somehow they got into one of my Corningware bowls, and I just go by and swipe one. They're not lasting long enough to go bad, because what I do is I will pick them just as they start to turn color on my vine. I'll pick them off and let them ripen in the house. That way bugs aren't tempted to eat all my ripe tomatoes. But like I was telling y'all, this thing is getting hot, because it is so stinking hot out there. But I was supposed to mow the lawn, and I never got to it because it was so stinking hot. In fact, this AC was on in here for about 3 hours before I even came in here, so that it would stay cool enough. And while it is cool enough, even this cotton, it's starting to get a little toasty in here with it on. But y'all, I can't wear like my bathing suit top or something, you know, while I'm doing a video. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it and get in there and try to get cool. I know my videos are on the shorter side lately, and for that I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And if you've messaged me or emailed me or commented and I haven't responded, now to be fair, YouTube has been hiding a lot of my comments, because there was several in here that said it was like 4 weeks ago, and I'm like, why didn't I see these comments? So some of it might be me and some of it might be YouTube. But it's not that I'm meaning to ignore anybody, okay? It's just things are crazy busy. And when I wasn't busy, unfortunately, when I was down with my leg, that thing hurt. It is doing a lot better. I do think that I did get the tendon or the muscle to a degree, because every step I took, I could feel it. So basically, I just ended up locking my leg and staying off of it. But anyway, I'm so glad to be so much better. Ooh. My view out my window is very, very dark clouds, but I see the sunshine right here, and it's shining all on my very high grass. I'm just going to have to wait till tomorrow, because like I said, I have to go can my beef stock, cook dinner, eat. By that time, it's going to be dark. I'm not going to mow the grass. And if it does rain, the grass is going to be wet anyway, so it's a moot point, right? Anyway, I'm going to see y'all in Friday's video. Now, Friday's video, I do have... Sorry. I do have some squares coming for y'all. And I think you're going to like them. I have some fail for you, too, now. Yeah. Tune in Friday. You'll see it. But between now and then, I hope you have a great couple days, and I hope that you find joy somewhere, somehow, during your day, and grab hold of it. Okay? I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.